Hey Barb, how you doing? Can you hear me? Can you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? I just turned this on. There we go. Do the thing. You can hear me? Okay, good, perfect. Can you hear the music? And no echo. All these things are important. All right. Can you hear the music? No music. Let's counter to what I wanted. Huh. You're the wrong person to ask. You're mostly deaf. That's fair. But no, I turned up the stream on my phone real quick, and there was no music there either. Which... I can hear the music. Huh. Huh. Let's see here. Okay. Huh. Maybe if I turn that up. Well, I changed the setting somewhere, and now there's no music on stream. Of course, we can't ever get this right, you know. That would be awful. We will just have to keep trying. All right. Okay. Forward progress on this piece, I think, finally. Maybe. I'm quite happy about that. All right. Let's turn on the Franken-Cam. Sweet. So that part works. Justin, you're so funny. That's hilarious. I completely forgot about it. So don't worry about it. I'm not... Like, I'm... don't... Hang on. Got a mess going on over here. That's okay. Call me tomorrow. All I need to know is what you're gonna attach this to, right? So I can figure out like how to hang it. if you want it hanged. Okay. I have a barrel of monkeys over here. Who was it that came up with that? I forget. But they were right. It is a barrel of monkeys. And they all just hang on for dear life. So no music, but you can hear me, which is good enough for now. There's no echo, and I can hear music, so that's halfway to where we want to be. Send me a picture of the belt. Alright. Send me a picture of the belt, and I'll try and figure out how we can size this. So... I'm tempted to just add... Let's see here. Let's get, like, technical about this. That's 7/8 across. And that is 3/8. So that would be 1 inch, and that would put it just barely above the bottom of the bottle, which will give us enough room on top. If we add 2 more rows of rings here, and then add another strap of interwoven 4-in-1, then it should go from the top, about where we want it on the top of the bottle, almost to the bottom, right? That way we have room to build the neck and create the bottom. Maybe. Just in case, you know, there's no roadblocks. All right. I expect there to be roadblocks. So we'll see what happens. I'm sorry you guys can't hear music. I don't know why it's not working, but we'll get it figured out. Come on. All right. And then one day we'll have it finished, and if I make it to the post office, we'll actually send it off to Justin here. And hopefully he'll be a happy camper. I think he'll like it. You find though that when I can hear the music, you can't hear me. See, let me. See, let me try one thing real quick, and then we'll get back to. Okay. Let me try one thing real quick, and then we'll get back to. I hear music. Let me try one thing real quick, and then we'll get back. Uh-oh. Nope, don't do that. And it should be low enough that you can still hear me over it. So let me know if it's not. or if you can't hear it at all. I've yet to find a really good audio settings video on how to figure or how to configure all the audio settings on here. But I've had to piece together a kind of mishmash of knowledge about what I'm doing. That's good right there. Can you hear music? Hear a little music. Can you hear me over the top? We'll get there. And there's no echo. Hopefully on either my end or your end. Don't ask me what's playing, I have no idea. There's supposed to be a bot you can set up that that will tell you the song and title, and I haven't set it up yet. I will. Maybe this weekend. I've got one person to go visit over the weekend, so it shouldn't take me too long. So hopefully I'll have an extended amount of time to come after I get all my honeydews done. Hopefully I'll have an extended period of time to sit down here and fiddle with some settings. I made a list of all the stuff that I gotta get done for this house. And like, the house is in perfectly fine condition, right? If I were to turn around and sell the house, it would be fine. Someone would buy it with these deficiencies. But we want all the ceiling fans to match. Hi Jenny, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us. We're making some chainmail. Where was I? Oh yeah. So we want all the ceiling fans to match. So I got 2 more to replace. I got some paints I gotta do. I've got a bunch of stuff that doesn't have to be done, like paint the garage and put trim up and make it like a nice kind of outdoor space. Because all of my tools got moved to the shed for the most part. You're doing well? Thanks for asking. You're welcome. With the state of everything right now, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. So I gotta figure out what to do with all the tools in the shed. And we gotta put in some outlets. And I don't remember. Oh, I gotta replace the sink and the faucet. They work, they're just not what we want, and they're not matching our decor. And none of this is stuff that I have to go do on Saturday. I just have to do some of it. I don't want that ring. When you wake up in the morning, you gotta make the best of it. That's right. Hey Josh, how you doing, buddy? Nothing wrong with upgrading. Yeah. And we're gonna do every bit of upgrade that we think is necessary. You know, we want to make this the house that we want to live in, despite the fact that we may move one day. So I have to do some of that, and then I'll get to come down here and try and get stuff to work correctly. But I'm happy with no echo, no that you guys can hear music and that I too can hear music. Doing okay working on this chainmail checkerboard, dude. That thing looks awesome. Like, I saw you start working on it, and then I had to go do something, and then I came back, and I think you were off by that point. But then the next time I saw it, I was like, holy crap, he's done so much on that. That's amazing. Almost makes me want to make a checkerboard. There better be photo proof of the updates. Well, I mean, there's definitely photo proof of what we did over the summer. Had a shed put up in the backyard and had the garage floor sealed. There are pics of that somewhere on my timeline. What am I making? What am I making? I am making a wine bottle wrap. So here, turn Frank off for a second. We are wrapping a wine bottle, and then we're gonna add some leather straps of some kind somehow, so that my buddy can carry a drink around at Renaissance festivals. What is it I'm making on the house? I'm not sure what you're asking there, Jenny. You're almost at the halfway point on the board, hoping to get it done before Christmas? Dude, that's awesome. That's a significant amount of work, even just halfway. Come on. That's wicked. Thank you. I think it's wicked too. Of the bottle wraps that I've done, I've never done one where the bottle could be taken out, right? So this is like a wine bottle holster. So, you know, you put in one full wine bottle and then you can take it out and put in a new one. That's the idea. Oh, I should turn Frank back on here. There we go. All the rest of my bottle wraps are static pieces. Like, you can't do. They're just for decoration. Yes, I will definitely share pictures of all the stuff we get done. Most of it's fairly boring, right? Like, I have a hole in my ceiling in the laundry room where I had to gain access to the dryer vent tubing because whoever did the basement decided that the middle central portion of the basement and the house was the best place to put a dryer, and they ran venting some 36 feet from the back of the dryer outside the house. Needless to say, it does not reach as far as it needs to get all the way through that tubing. So I gotta patch that up. And I wrote everything down because, like, we did a lot over the summer and I've kind of slowed down. Had a job change, and now I'm finally, like, getting to a point in the job where I'm comfortable with it, so I can take some time away from work or shift my work around a little bit in my day so that I can get certain stuff done without having to worry about it too much. Huzzah! I've only ever seen one other wine bottle holster, Justin. And I talked to the person who made it and how they did it and everything. This is essentially a reconstruction with some decoration. And then, you know, we'll make it so that it's also, you know, easily carryable. Ideally. Who knows? We may just royally screw things up. I don't know. But, you know, should work. Alright. Alright, so there's a couple people in here watching now. The title of the stream is bad news, but it's a chainmail stream, so, you know, can't be too bad, right? There is an event going on in Florida, the Chain Link Up, right? And MailleWerX was supposed to go. I was supposed to take all my stuff, all my print products down there, and the what has ended up happening is that sales have been horrible this year. And frankly, I couldn't even fill a booth right now with products. And so I had to tell the organizers that I was unable to go. I can't even get down there myself. So I told them, I let them know, I canceled my reservation. It sucks because I know they're stuck. They have a contract with the hotel. So even if none of the vendors showed up, you know, or if no one showed up, they would still have to host the event, which is, you know, a crappy situation to be in. And then, of course, me not being able to go, I didn't want to add to their stress, but it's like I can't reasonably take this on without, you know, maxing out some credit cards and taking a really big risk that would be really bad for me and my family. So I thought I was going to be able to do it back in 2019 when they were getting it all set up. I'm sorry to hear it too, Barb. You make use of paracord to lock in the bottles? We're going to use a cord. I don't know if it'll be paracord. It might get replaced with paracord. I'm sure Justin has some paracord lying around somewhere. But I have some leather I was going to throw on there. So, needless to say, you can't afford a trip all the way across the country? Yeah. If it was me by myself and I didn't, you know, and Renee wasn't in school and I didn't have a kid, yeah, sure, no problem. I could go by myself, right? But as it is, getting a booth set up out there with all the stuff I would need to purchase beforehand, it's just not going to happen. So that's the bad news. I will have to figure out a better way to sell in person with product that I have on hand, without a doubt. Good night, Barb. Thanks for hanging out. And, you know, I have some thoughts on that, right? Like, there are several stores in my area that chainmail would fit nicely into. I would love to get my product in those stores, right? As opposed to having to travel places and set up booth fees or set up booths and carry around a ton of product. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to swing that. Am I in Arizona? No, I am in Wisconsin. The geographical opposite of Arizona. What's the temperature in Arizona? You up a dry 70s today? What is it here? Yeah, it's only 36 degrees in here. Not here in the basement, but here in Wisconsin, so it's not too bad today. And we get lots and lots of snow. Oh, that's okay. I don't mind answering that question. Especially considering that I never remember where anyone is from. Right now it was 68. It was a fun 75 today. I'm very jealous. Come on, rings. I would love for it to be 68 right now. I can't complain though. We had a really warm October, and it just started to get a little chilly in November. But January and February are when it gets really cold here, so if the last several years are any indication. You've been wanting to have a fire for Christmas? Yep. That's what people should do, you know? Like, if you like winter, just trade houses with somebody. Wasn't there a movie about that, like Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet trade houses? And one's in, I think, California, and the other one's in middle of nowhere, England or something. I would do that. I would trade houses with someone for a week. I say that, and the instant I said it, I knew there was a lie. I've seen how other people live. I've been in a lot of people's homes. Yeah, The Holiday. Exactly. That's the name of the movie, right? I don't know. I'd have to see how they lived first before I traded houses with someone. You know, I'm a clean person. I don't leave a mess for other people, but I also understand what the tragedy of the commons is, and definitely don't want someone who has no appreciation for, like, the building around them. You know, can't do that. All right. Alright, come on. We're almost done with this bottom row. And I'll give you a progress shot. It's not a real noticeable difference from the last time you saw it, but you know. Can I get a bit closer? We can try. We're working on getting a better camera setup. This is only... Oh, and realize too that it may not matter how close I get. The camera was a gift from a friend, and I'm very appreciative of it. So that being said, it's not the world's greatest camera for this application. Works great as a webcam, but for like close-ups of stuff, right? Like, I can't get it to focus on stuff. But yes, I can try. One day we'll have a nice overhead camera so I can sit back like this and just like weave right in front of everybody, and you know. So, and I need to be more mindful of keeping my hands on camera, which will come, I think, with time. Right? Just knowing where to put my hands so that people can see them. Right? So the Franken-Cam was a gift, and perfectly normal working webcam, and I tore his mount off and put him on a tripod, and now he is the Franken-Cam. And he's really worked out. He's taken, you know, it's a big improvement over what we were doing when we first started. So I'm very grateful to my friend that sent it to me. Because I don't think we would be as far along in streaming, right, having a decent looking stream as we are now if he hadn't sent it to me, right? Like, we would still be doing the no music, no microphone, crappy audio that we were doing when we started. Perfect, you can see? Awesome. You're very welcome. I do need that. No, I don't. Alright. Alright. That bottom row is done. Try and give you a quasi-clear shot here. Can't tell where the camera is. Right, so that's about where I want it on top. And we're going to add another row on the bottom here. And then we'll continue on. Alright, so what do we need? Not those rings. Let me move these aside. One thing I'm happy about is, you know, knock on wood, it looks like we're going to have enough 18 gauge 3/16 rings. So that's a good sign. So we have a piece of the interwoven 4-in-1 band from the previous section. We're going to tear that off real quick. That's cool. You're welcome, bro. Only the best for the best, man. I think it's gonna look awesome when it's done, you know. Like there's some people out there that work with anodized rings, and they make amazing, very inspirational stuff. And you know, stainless steel kind of looks, it can be kind of boring, you know, just a regular E4-in-1 sheet of stainless steel. So hopefully adding the bands to it, adding the leather, will make it kind of pop, you know. At least that's how I think about it in my head. Alright. And then we'll cut this off into sections and make it, instead of going this way, we want it going this way. Alright. I could probably leave those rings on. I should probably leave those rings on. Actually, now that I think about it. Okay, I did do that right. Had to double check my work there. Yeah, okay. So this interwoven 4-in-1, we're just gonna add 1-in-1 strips of chain and then zip it up the middle on the top and the bottom. Come on. And hopefully the top band and the bottom band will match this time, and we won't have any other roadblocks, knock on wood. All right. Here. In January, I was gonna get back to designing here. Here in December, right? Like after Black Friday. But I have not had the time, of course. So hopefully in January we will have some more. We will start working on more designs. All right, we may have some new stuff for by St. Patrick's Day. I'm gonna give myself to that until then. To have some new stuff designed, and hopefully. Thanks for the follow, Angie. Appreciate you. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, hopefully more designs coming in, probably towards the end of the first quarter of next year. Maybe sooner. We'll see how much I can get done. And I want them to be... I want to put more effort into them than a bunch of the stuff I have. You know? I don't think I need to make, 24 inlays or 24 inlay designs for blankets or whatever. Of different colors of the same weave. I think I need to just start differentiating them more than just changing the colors. You know? Don't get me wrong, 2 years ago, right, when I started MailleWerX, I did not think that I would be anywhere near where I'm at today. We just hit our 2-year mark on, I want to say it was November 26th. I think November 26th, 2018, I made my first sale on MailleWerX.com. And it's, aside from the struggle that is this year, right? I think we've done pretty well, all things considered. Stores up on our website and on Etsy. The app is, I swear to God, I know I say it every stream, right? But I swear to God, the app is almost done. I think I've been saying that since last year before I even started streaming. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be cool. It will have a bunch of resources on it. Thank you for the like, Jenny. And it will have a place for chainmail artists to chat with other chainmail artists and upload pictures of their work, and an inspiration gallery, and a link to, well, not a link, but my videos will automatically pop up onto the app. And then I want to ask a couple other people who offer tutorials if I can add their YouTube streams. So that way, ideally, when someone asks, yes, I'm on Twitch as well as Facebook right now. All right, have a good night, Jenny. I'm on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook right now, at this very moment. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Have a good night. So, yeah. We'll get there. Because chainmail is going to become a global phenomenon. you'll follow me on Twitch. Thank you so much. I'm Mr. Popular. I wish. Like, I don't want to be internet famous, right? I want to make it easier for people to get started making chainmail, and for people to understand how fairly simple it can be to get started, and then for other people to understand how complex it can actually become. There's a lot of people see a piece and they're like, oh, you know, whatever. And they don't understand that that piece is a very, you know, specific weave that requires, you know, the rings were probably handmade, hand anodized, hand cut. And, you know, some people just brush off all the effort that went into it because they don't know, right? Most people have no concept of how difficult it is to, or how, not difficult. Difficult's the wrong word. Chainmail is easy once you just like have some good basics to it, right? I think this is long enough. We can start zipping it up. It's just incredibly time and resource consuming, right? And I don't think most people know that. So we're gonna change that. I hope. That's my goal anyway. You know, teach your kids how to make chainmail. They won't have money to spend on drugs. Or any hobby, really. I've known people who I thought were never, ever, like, the crafty type. And they'll turn around and they'll get into some hobby. How many rings do I anticipate in using this piece? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not going to count them either. You can count them. Counting a sheet of European 4-in-1 is fairly straightforward. Right. Everything else is a pain in the butt. A lot. It's a lot of rings. It's not a small amount. It's over 1,000. Is it 2,000? Probably. Is it 3? I don't think so. If I had to venture a guess, I'd guess it falls somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 rings. I hope that answers your question, because I have no idea. Oh, so anyway, yeah, I mean, I've met people who I thought, you know, were just the most boring individuals in the world, right? And then, you know, it turns out that they have this phenomenal hobby that they're super into, and they're amazing at it, right? So I think that a lot of people would be really good at chainmail. They just, like, don't have the first inkling as to where to start or how to get started, and I hope that somehow by doing these streams we'll get a few more people interested and make chainmail a global phenomenon so that everybody sells all their chainmail jewelry and all the ring people, all the ring makers sell all their rings, you know. And of course I hope to sell chainmail themed apparel and accessories I do have an agenda. Yes, learn how to make chainmail and then buy my stuff. Insert evil laugh here. And I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to talk either. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if it'll work, right? I know that it's very difficult to get started selling chainmail pieces. And I know some people make a living off of it, but it's not many. If I can change that, that would be... I think it would be a good thing. Oh, and just none of these rings match, dude. Right, like, they're all there. It's just a mishmash of rings that I have laying around that are similar in size. So, if someone says anything to you about it, like, why are these rings discolored or something, it's just, some were blackened and the blackening didn't take, and then they were polished, and so they kind of have a hematite gray color, and some were not blackened, they're just regular stainless steel. But it's all stainless steel rings, just so you know. Excuse me. Hack up along on stream. Yes, it will be very unique. Might not be useful, but it will be very unique. Very one of a kind. Anymore, man. Like, I know people who make chainmail, they'll have their, like, set designs, their go-tos of items that sell well, right? And then everything they make after that is just completely, it's like one-off stuff that will never be made again. It's nuts. Like, you know, there's standard stuff that everyone can make, and then there's all these artists that are out there making just these crazy chainmail pieces. It's very inspiring. I want to be like them one day. Thanks for the follow, Immortal Designs. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. I'm enamored by the fact that people come and watch me do this, you know? It's... I don't know if it's like an imposter syndrome complex or like a self-doubt kind of thing, but honestly, I didn't think there would be this many people. Oh, hey, Angie. Thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate it. So you can save phone battery? Absolutely. Dustin Keppel, the man, the myth, the legend. So anyway, I didn't think that I would have anybody hanging out with me too much, and I've got to admit, you know, night after night, several people have shown up multiple times, and I am absolutely thrilled by that fact. Oh. You only do Facebook on your phone? Fair enough, fair enough. All right. Alright, I think we're going to zip this up, and then that's probably going to have to be it tonight. Thank you everyone for hanging out with me. I'm glad we got the music up and going. That's been a blessing. So I will continue to try and improve the stream a little bit every day. So if you hop on and I'm streaming and everything's all wonky, it's just because I'm screwing with something, trying to figure out how it works to make stuff better. I think I can avoid the Eternal Echo of Doom, which was one of our first attempts at using a microphone and speakers and all that. All right, good night, Justin. Have a good one, buddy. So, but if you get on and there's an Eternal Echo of Doom going on, just, you know, we'll fix it. It'll get fixed. Just give us a minute. Because we have no idea what we're doing, but, you know, we're going to do it anyway. Alright. One more. Alright. Okay. So, where are we at here? Let's pull this up here. Let's turn that. Alright, I think that's down for you guys a little bit, the music. Okay. If you're planning on entering the MailleWerX Christmas contest, right, your wrapped Christmas ball or your decorated Christmas ball ornaments have to be submitted by December 24th, right? So midnight on December 24th, I'll get everyone's submission, and on Christmas Day, I'll tally up all the votes. If you submit an entry, you get 2 votes, one for yourself and one for someone else. And so I'll tally up the votes, and then like 9 o'clock on Christmas night, after everyone's had their food and opened their presents and whatnot, I'll pop on here for a little bit and announce a winner. And they will win a Christmas-themed hooded blanket. One of our Christmas-themed hooded blankets. And that will be our last contest for the year. If you haven't, you can follow us on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. It's all like facebook.com/MailleWerX, Instagram.com/MailleWerX, etc., etc. And if you have any questions, you can shoot me one on any one of those platforms. All right. I will talk to you guys later. We'll probably do a couple more streams this week. And thank you all